Hello, beautiful souls. Today, something that's very strong on my heart is an Abraham Hicks principle and teaching, and it is about slowing the momentum down of unwanted thoughts in order to delay or potentially stop the creation of those unwanted things. And this is a brilliant concept because the thing is, if we aren't monitoring our thoughts and being mindful of our emotions, then we can quickly run a story, even somewhat subconsciously, that ends up creating a material manifestation for us, which of course we don't want. Um, and of course, and all of this principle, this law applies for things that we do want, wanted things. But I think it's fascinating thinking about how sometimes we are so detached from the present moment and detached from how we feel, or maybe rationalize or conditioned to brush it aside, that we don't pay attention so much to how we feel as we're doing things and thinking things. And then suddenly we start to experience that manifestation in our real life. And we're like, I don't like this. Why is this person treating me this way? And we may have completely numbed out or neglected to see when we were having the thoughts and the feelings and the emotions leading up to the manifestation. And it's sort of a chicken and egg debate. What happened first? Did he stop texting me and communicating with me? Or did I start thinking he would communicate less and therefore now he is? So it's interesting where you focus your energy, where you put your attention, that's where it's going to flow, the manifestation juices of the universe. And so it's really sometimes when I first heard this principle, it made me kind of scared of myself. I was like, oh my God. So I'd think a thought that I didn't want to happen, and I'd be like, oh my God, stop thinking about that thought, think about something else. And I think I've listened so much to Abraham that I've maybe gotten away from a little bit of that like fear note. And maybe it doesn't need to be a fear note, but I'm wanting to bring back that level of awareness of like red flag, red flag, red flag, change the subject. Let's say, and this is a very common one. Um, he's not texting me back. He's not communicating with me as much as I would like. Um, and I crave more. And this is an interesting topic anyway, because the woman energy is a vessel. So we always crave to be poured into. And it makes you question and wonder, are you getting poured into in other areas of your life so that you're not so dependent on that partner or that person pouring into you? Interesting concept. So, but back to this principle, law of attraction, and I'm using this specific example that has several nuances in it. But let's say he's not texting me as much as I would like for him to. He's not communicating or informing me as much as I would like. I miss that. I crave that connection. And I'm very aware that I'm not getting those good morning texts. I'm not getting that those things that I was getting that I loved. So the attention is on, I'm not getting this thing, and I feel less than, and I am probably drawing conclusions about why he's not. He's losing interest, or he's busy with things that are more important than me. There may be somebody else, like all kinds of stories we can run with that couple second thought builds so much momentum. And so if we can instead have the thought recognize, okay, oh, it's been, I've recognized contrast. I haven't received a good morning text in a few days. And I really love those. I love how those feel, right? As the example. And let's say the focus is instead on, why am I not getting that? I'm not getting that. It feels bad to not get that. I really was liking getting that. Instead, focusing on, I love when I have connection and communication with this person. It makes me feel so inspired and lit up. Um, maybe maybe I can send the text. Maybe I can reach out and connect. Maybe I can connect with my friends. Maybe I can send them a good morning text. Maybe I can, instead of waiting to be served, serve another. Maybe the entire area of that topic is too dangerous to even shift your thoughts around. to reach for a higher frequency thought. Maybe you need to change the subject completely. Like, well, I can't wait to ride horses today. I'm so excited. I love when I start my day riding Bean. I love being with Bean. I feel so present when I'm with him. He's so funny. He's in such a different mood every time I meet him. I wonder what mood he'll be in today. I know that we'll have a lot of fun either way. I love working with him. I love building our relationship. I love getting hot and sweaty and dirty with him and then taking a bath and it cools us both off. And I love starting my day early in the morning riding him and being in sync with his breath as we move through the rink and as we are synced up with my post and with his stride and we come into flow and my trainer recognizes it and I recognize it and Bean recognizes it when everyone's on the same team flowing and moving and dancing around the ring when we reach those free states where it's almost like flight could happen. Oh God, I love starting my day this way. This is an example from today. I'm going to ride. I'm in my riding pants, right? So now we've shifted the energy. I'm operating at such a high frequency now, running this story and this narrative. I've become detached from the other area that has a bit of stickiness around it. There's some resistance, there's some disappointment, there's some stickiness. And so I might not be able to climb myself out of that lower frequency thought so that I'm experiencing a different manifestation. So instead, I'll focus on a whole nother area. I'll light myself up. And it's such a simple principle, but I think the nuance that I'm speaking about at the beginning of this diary is that somewhere along the way, before I started experiencing that manifestation, if I am the one experiencing that situation, there were thoughts I was having where I was recognizing, weighing, comparing, discerning communication input. And that ultimately, according to Abraham Hicks, led to the decrease. Isn't that interesting? So, what if you could be so aware that you could catch the thoughts before they turn into a bigger and bigger manifestation? Now, the beautiful thing about a big manifestation of contrast is that it really gets your attention. It really lets you know how much you care about something. Like, wow, no, I really value this relationship and I really do want to shift the dynamic here. I want to shift my thoughts here. Or the opposite. I love how much free time has opened up now, how many more people I have the headspace to text and communicate with, and how much time that was taking, and etc. So it's a really interesting principle. And I want to kind of bring back, for me personally, I want to bring back that awareness state of really pay attention to my thoughts. And especially with me, I can have a tendency to measure and I think all humans can, we're comparing. We're analytical beings. I have a lot of investigator energy in my human design and in my gene keys. I have, I think, 4-1 lines in my hologenetic profile, even though I'm a 4-6. I have a lot of ones. And so I have a lot of investigative energy. And so I notice things. I notice nuances. I notice the words in between the words that are unsaid. I notice a lot. And it's important for me to maintain my observation because I believe it serves me, but to not go into judgment and to not run the story long enough to create momentum in an area or in a direction that I don't want. So I want to bring a little bit more of the awareness back in for me. And for me, that also equals presence of my thoughts, awareness of how my thoughts are making me feel. And I think that ultimately will help um, me continue to receive manifestations that I love and enjoy, that continue the feeling of connection and love and joy. And I hope that this serves you too. So create some tools to check in with your thoughts and your emotions. How does this thought feel? Does this thought make me feel good? Then if it doesn't, you don't have to think it. You can change the subject. Think about riding Bean. Think about being with your kids, making your favorite meal, going to meet your friends, being alive today, the grass in your toes, the ocean on your body, like the sun on your face, just wherever you have to go, whatever you have to do, we can always find something to shift our thought to a frequency that has little to no resistance. The sun on my face, the ocean around me, riding Bean. I mean, these are really safe spots for me. I have very little resistance around those areas. So think about those areas for you. And usually nature is best, animals are best. Humans can be a little sticky for us. Relationships can be our sticky point where, you know, um, there's a lot going on there. And it's a lot to, we have two sentient beings trying to collaborate and connect um, and drawing all these brilliant, intelligent conclusions as to why things might not be syncing up the same way. But when it comes down to it, follow the feeling. I love you all. Day 52, my favorite thing to talk about. I will see you guys tomorrow.